Hey guys, hello, good day. This is your indie game developer turned VTuber Hypermike, and today we'll continue with our Let's Play Final Fantasy XVI. We are in episode 51, and we're still questing, I believe. So before I start, please like and subscribe, and please, if you want to watch the entire Let's Play, there's a playlist in the description. Link to the playlist. Anyway, let's go. So there are we're already like 86% of the game. So there's just a matter of like few episodes left. What's the next to play? Let me know what's next we should play. We have a lot of backlog. Probably we'll be playing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom next, or a short game, maybe Loop 8, probably, because we have that, and I'm excited to play that, but don't have the time. So there are 3 quests we're gonna be doing today. One here at the Buckland and Martha's Rest. We'll start first here in the Dalimilian.
You naughty thief! And that! Stop it, Renz! It's dangerous!
Kids.
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together. Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats, and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon. May there indeed. I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention, and they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it
making
might
kids is
be
different
to
from
run for the
games.
hills.
They did this pretty
Our
well.
best hope is to nip these efforts at
They
organization
look
in the
like
bud
kids.
by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
How could I refuse? Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you. I'll go and speak with him.
Alright. Yeah.
What's
Kids
the
here
difference between
looks
a
like
lord and a
kids.
mayor? That's easy.
Unlike in
A League of Outlaws.
CD
Looks like we
Projekt
have some
Red's
competition.
Cybertruck. It's what's the new?
We may have bloodied the bandits' noses, Sid, but it seems we have not yet broken their spirit. Victor is helping us to keep track of their movements. And we're very glad of his help. That man knows the desert and its dwellers like the back of his hand.
He reminds me of you. Who's this Victor then? Maybe he's from the past. Oh, it's him.
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnus by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Alright.
The camp is in the desert to the north of here. You know what to do.
Yeah, assassinate and disseminate. Oh, it's just there. Alrighty. Pretty easy. Easy peasy. Where are you, doggy? Let's go. Let's just walk. I feel good. Do.
That's better.
I know that I
If
would
ne'er-do-wells want to
now.
band together, let them. They'll be no match for us.
Yeah, when you have a dominant on your side, you have no match. Wow, it's hot. Yeah, they're all down. We'll just go straight. Kill anything that's stopping us. Oh, there's a salamander there. Are you ready, my doggy? He got there!
Kill! I've heard Torgal. Slow.
a bunch of guys there. And I don't see any more enemies. Okay, let's just walk until our... I think arrow is gonna be the best for this one. Arrow!
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
Yeah, it's gonna be them. Oh, they have pet monster.
That's him! The one who killed Lost and Fingers! Take his head off!
Easy peasy.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you?
Oh, it's him.
Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but... that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
Why do I hear some monsters on the background? Okay, we are automatically transported. I was hoping to find loot.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try. And that is all I can ask of you.
To get this back. Okay, so speak with Conrad and Natalie in the tavern.
Why are you taking the bearer's side, Victor? Are you one too?
You know I'm not. Just listen.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside? It's driving away our customers.
He knew all along that he was playing us for fools.
And we fell for it. We followed him. A bearer.
Yeah, I mean, it's really that disgusting for us, for them. Oh well. Okay, let's talk now. Let's talk. Conrad. Hello, Conrad.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
Yeah.
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
Yeah, well.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside? It's driving away our customers.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For sharing Lubor's ill-gotten gains.
Go on, Sid. No sense stalling. Lubor needs to know the truth.
I don't care if Lubor's a bearer. He's still Lubor, isn't he? The man with the sword was going to kill us. but then Lubor shot magic at him. It was amazing.
I assume the situation is hopeless? There's still hope. But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor? Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do. If there's anything I can do. Anything. I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, sad fate. It takes a while to clear slavery, but yeah, it took a while for our world. That's kind of realistic in their world, but some part it's still not realistic in my sense because if you're you're a bearer, right? You're stronger than a normal person because you have a special ability. You can control magic, so it should be turning around. They should be like the leaders, but in this world it's different.
I'm going to go with him. Why is everyone being mean to Lubor? He didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, I think there's a final. Maybe there's gonna be a final quest for that. But thanks, we got what we need. Let's go to the next, which is Buckland. Buckland quest. Let's buy first from the merchant the stuff we need.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. A fine choice.
Oh yeah?
You're welcome anytime. What's happened? The guards at the gate are in a right old panic. They're saying Twinside's gone.
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Absolutely.
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Quests.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but no buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
Alright.
All right. To Randalar, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
Run along. Oh, it's just there.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Would that we had anything to give.
Well, I could give them some money, but you can't.
When are they gonna let us through?
She's in here on the other side.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more, and he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
They were the Wiggins.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Yeah, we're gonna go to this abandoned fishing village. We can just go here. Nah, not. Let's go, dog. Torgo. Hound. Dog.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
Oh no.
Just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Are we stuck up? Yeah, I think we're stuck up. Let's say we might die because it's a dragon. But if the dragon is lower level, then we can do it. Not the level 50 dragon.
Where are you, Theo? Too slow.
There's a ton of them.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. That's better. Kill! I'm hurt, Torgal.
Yeah, that's it.
Too slow.
Whoa.
Nice try. Now, Torgal!
What is lower level dragon? I imagine the level 50 dragon is harder. It takes more time. But I think we're gonna survive.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
No, he's gonna die.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that.
This is a sad story.
There are or no. There's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not.
Oh, this cat.
For keeping Elle's dream. Oh!
They can't continue their
Theodore!
plans. He's now zombified. This is such a sad quest. Yeah.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Theodore, Hazel. Wait. Goodbye. Oh.
It's such a sad story. Yeah. It's good. It's kind of meaningful, right? Oh. At least the soul's kind of pretty. Maybe she should. Maybe Clivewood should add her to his Harrier. That's joking. You know, the anime has this kind of theme called the Harem theme.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people.
But there's no one in the village.
Put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then, for Theodore.
There's also a recurring Theodore in Final Fantasy games. Nice. Crimson Caravan signboard. Displayed at Clive's chamber. The Breath of Fire, Scarlet Cyclone. Nice.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world. I brought Theo here to be safe, and I have never looked back since.
Alright, boy. I think we'll have a final set of quests after this. Maybe, so we have to watch out for that. Especially Lubel's story. So Lubel's not yet done, I think. Alright, just a moment, guys. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll just get something. Okay, guys, just got myself a midnight snack. Sorry, it took quite a while. Go to Mario's Fest now. I said 2 minutes, but it took me 5, I think. We had to make a drink and
The Guardians of the Flame were true friends to the rest. They fought our enemies, manned our barricades, joined us in our patrols.
do we need anything? I think yes. Let's stock up first.
What are you after? Thanks very
I
much.
used kind of high potion. I
Much
panicked.
obliged. Thanks very much. There you go. Much obliged. That all, is it?
Can't say it wasn't a relief to see the better part of the Guardians finally taking their leave. We barely had room to breathe, what with them and us and all the others all crammed in together. They were good lads, though. I'll miss not having them around.
Yeah.
Are the bearers taking well to their new home, do you know? I sometimes worry how they'll manage without me to cook and clean for them.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach 'em. And if you're wondering why well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Oh, it's Gazal. He's Gazal Greens.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole.
I thought it was
Better
Gayashi.
that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I thought it was all my life, all the Final Fantasy games I played. I thought it was Gayashi Greens. It was Gazal. Gazal, oh my god. I don't know how to read English. Okay, there's fast travel anyway.
Akashic on the road, my lord. Their numbers have been increasing of late.
What's our level? Okay, halfway to 45. Yeah, I think we can survive now against the level 50 dragon, but it'd be nice if we're like in normal mode.
I heard the Guardians saying we're supposed to grow our own food.
The victuals Martha sends us are more than enough for me.
Can't help thinking it would be quicker and easier to take care of the repairs ourselves than explaining all the ins and outs to the bearers. At this rate, only the founder knows when we'll be finished.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
Akashic, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You're not
You would
motivated.
send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
but it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance, just like I do, just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village, your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing, that you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments,
Speeches.
each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
Then I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
It's all about, bandit attack or Akashic attack.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
It's a boring. So that's a very boring fight, you know.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic Curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boring fight.
Tell me an Akashic Curl's heading towards the rest.
Get yourself down there. We can handle things here.
Sword from the other, but I can roast the bastard.
The Curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Martha's Rest.
East Pool will be safe in our hands, my lord. You have my word.
Hurry, let's kill them!
ready, Torgal.
Nice.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
Oh, that's a good ending to that.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Thank you again for all you have done for me and mine, my lord. You may rest assured that Eastpool will be safe in my hands. Thanks to you.
Alright, let's go. Whew. Go back. Wow, we finished the quest, guys. Except the hunt of the level 50. I'm not pretty sure if we should go out and level up, try to level up until level 50 for that, so we have like an equal chance.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, to make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
A nice story. Nice. It's a nice conversation. I think there'd be more quests for or would there be a encore for some quests with this, which we have like this signboards and stuff, these tokens, these trophies, right? They're like trophies. They're memorabilia. Yeah, the quests are pretty good, but they're kind of simple. Like they just really focused on the story and one mechanic, and so to really to finish the game. It's kind of harder to develop games like this right now. So I imagine if everyone goes to a subscription basis, things will really be a bit we'll see less of these quality games, these $1 million games. Really see less, really less. Only a few. Well, we're seeing the few right now, right? But
come back.
He's in the infirmary. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right?
The stew's awfully thin these days.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastpool. As soon as the rebuilding work is complete, I promise to.
Yeah, go there already. You're not the Teleman maid. Thanks again for helping get the dungeon in order. Had you not rode gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot still be stuck stealing Blightwater over the bomber. There's always room for improvement. Those don't get your knickers in. That's not. Should I come a knocking in your chamber door looking for more spears and ash and whatnot? Mid. A nice signature. The lost will be found. It's hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. Yet he's not, and everything I can do not fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on. But that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together. So as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. And I shall honor him in death by carrying what he strove in life. That is what I chose. Eloise. Wow. Elegant signature. Yeah, she's pretty too. Courage to fight. Oh, nice. What happened in Eastpool with the Bearers and the Guardians has been a long time coming. And I'm proud that it could finally happen here in Rosaria. The Duchy of Old may be no more, but Archduke Elwin's dream still burns in the hearts of many. And it's through victories such as these that fire will spread. This is only beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is, Martha. Nice. So what we got new here? 2? Yeah, I get there'll be more side quests coming. Side quests and main quests, so the oath, Ambrosia's stats, Hagman's signboard, Martha's Rest signboard, Guardian's scarf, Crimson Caravan signboard, Sid's goblet, Continental's censer, Martel apples, Ambrosia's stack. Okay. I think they are the story arcs in the game. I think we'll have one more for the blacksmith. It's gonna be different, like an encore quests. Alright guys, before we end the session, let's save and trigger the... Did I need some... Yes,
Don't tell me we've run out of Pepio nuts and all.
Still alive, are ya? Fine purse weighing you down. It'd better all be here.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell some stuff too. Gillbug.
You got out else?
Bad blood.
I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much.
Alright.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Okay, let's save guys and... let's trigger the next, because we have no more quests. And I think there'll be more, a line more of hunts coming before the end. On the last 10% of the game.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Ring of Sweet Genji Gloves. We're near. Are we near? Yeah, that's gonna be a lot still. Fallen Enigma. Whatever that is.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive! Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
Yeah, just one remaining. We haven't defeated this guy. It's rank S and it's also level 50, so pretty hard for us. Okay, let's move forward a bit. Oh, they're here.
How are you feeling, Joshua? Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
Then what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse. You underestimate yourself. Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless, and when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Yeah, what's happened to the prince? What's that? Lanterns? Oh, there's the prince. And the medicine girl, possibly.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Aw, that's a cute scene. Cute girl too. A cute kid. He could fend off for... He would, live by herself and earn by herself. Independent child. But you shouldn't have a society like that, right? I mean, even here in our country when poor children try to...
Well, Phoenix.
Become
it would
breadwinners
seem
of
that
the
I owe
family.
you
That's
my
kind of
wings.
sad. It's kind of difficult,
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Taya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you, come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Yeah. Some people do that. Are there new quests? Oh, there's new hunts. There's new in the reading table. Yeah, let's see these guys before. Of course, we won't do that. Let's see the open world. Ah, there's no new quests. Come on now. Let's see the new hunts first. Nectar. What? It's also triple terror. Tripatic terrible. Where is it? A caravan of triggers traversing the Velcor told me of a colossal beast they had encountered in their journey. Hear them tell it had the aspect of a dragon, a lion, and a scorpion all at once. I contested that it might be naught but a mirage, a phantasm, though about the desert. But the sweat which ran down for her is cold, and the fear of its eyes is real. Okay. Let's search for it. It's level 50.
You need anything? You just ask. We might not have your uncle's resources.
Okay, let's check. There may be more quests.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Hey,
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash, and has even agreed to forgo payment. Until our return, that is.
Okay.
Come back.
He's there. Come back. Come back.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
I mean, Yote is pretty and all, but it's kind of weird. You're doing that. Still makes 4. There's one crystal left, needs crack it, but one man can do it. As you don't miss auto. Okay. Okay guys, so it's been 2 hours in our Let's Play. I think the 70 hours they said you can complete this is just for the main.
Good morrow to you, my friend.
Let's see.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Oh, that's
You wish to study the tomes?
Dion Lesage. Keyhell. Also the name is Keyhell. Warden flight. After weeks that such had cousin doing an Ultima-inspired frenzy, Clive evacuated him to the hideaway where Tarja labored to mend his wounds. Finally awake, he escaped to the Dominion to survey the damage he had done, collapsed from shock. We can again find himself in the care of young medicine girl named Keyhell. Keyhell! Our friend girl who pays for her bread by making and selling medicines. Her travels took her from Dalmacia to Crystalline Dominion, where she nearly lost her life when the city was all but destroyed by Bahamut. After the flames died down, That's kind of sad, right? You go there to expecting to sell more and to earn a living, then you get into a war. It's really sad. After the flames died down, she labored to mend the wounds of the injured townspeople, eventually coming across a collapsed Prince Dion who nursed back her health. Alright. Whoa, Blackthorn. Yep. You cancelled. So that's it. You already know that, so we don't have to read it again. Wonder who this is. Owain. Mid's assistance, yeah. He did upgrade our doors. Captain of the Cursed Bakers? Yep. Martha. He's the landlady. Philippe. Yeah. The captain in Northreach. Victor. Lubor. Drika. This one's kind of new. An orphan who lost her parents to the Iron Blood's most recent crusade. She fled towards Dalimil, finding a new family in Rennes, a fellow orphan along the way. The two were starving when Lubor found them and took them in, adding a new elder brother, a patchwork family. This kind and caring soul who enjoys nothing more than listening to the conversations of the townsfolk, whether they know it or not. Rennes. Oops. Orphan who lost his parents. Okay. The same. Theodore. Yeah, that's the one that he died, right? Eloise. Sibling. This was sibling. Okay, reconciled with Zoltan. Sir Wade. Warden of Eastwood. The High Cardinal. Zavine. With daughter of Duke Oriflame, who escaped from the Nazar at Twinside and took refuge in Northwich. Yeah. Oh, he's his father. Okay. Okay, we have one more here. Almost complete, right? The Undying. You're finding Ultima. Kretov. Small Dalmacan village. Bean farmers and goat herds built in the shadow of falling ruins. Okay. There's still places because we're gonna travel to the Ashen. Still a lot. Silver Peak Consortium, one of the largest and most prestigious trading houses. Dalmacio. Their world is a bit realized. The Unbranded. Most bears are identified soon after birth and marked Saban, but a fortunate few are not, remain unbranded. An unbranded bear can live like any other man and woman, so long as their knack for magic remains a closely guarded secret. Should be revealed, however, they are denounced as liars and imposters and deal with severe punishment. Oh, okay. Slave traders. Gayashi Green. Gishal Greens. I think it was Gayashi. Gisal, okay. Gisal Greens. Loved by chocobos, such as the birds attracted to its pleasures of transport. Then the Wangland must seal the buckets tight, as they would find themselves hosted by a flock of wild bulls on the road. can be eaten by humans to provide the chain. Toughest fibers were special use. So important is it. Alright. Who are the new enemies we encountered? Chimeras. Yeah, that will be the next hunt. Alright.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Oh, I thought the dominant of fire will be here.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
Right, guys, I think that will be all for the day. I want to play some more, but I need to sleep. And see you guys in the next episode. Take care of yourselves, and you have a great day. Do something good for someone today. You have a great day. Bye bye. See you in the next episode.